Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, grade 5. How are you? I hope you must all be fine and healthy. Today we are going to do our unit number 2. This is your lesson 2, and we are going to do comprehension. So let's start. Before the start of our lesson, you have to revise the previous lesson, and the concept which we've studied in the previous lesson was factual recount. You know that a factual recount is the retelling of a story about facts. Okay, so our elephants, the chapter elephants, is actually a factual recount. Objectives of today's lesson is compound words. We have to study compound words, inflectional ending. Today we will learn what is inflectional ending, and comprehension. This is our comprehension page. Comprehension focus is basically there are 4 questions, but the 4 questions are on different things. Okay, so now we have to see what are the different things which are given here. The first question is note down 5 compound words from the factual recount you have just read. So what are compound words that we have to study today? Then note down the 3 words each in the text with inflectional ending, prefix and suffix. What are inflectional ending, prefix and suffix? We will study today. Then question number 3 is how much does a baby elephant weigh and how do elephants swim? These 2 questions are actually literal questions which we can find the answers of these questions we can find from the chapter. So we will do these 2 questions afterwards. Before that we will do these questions, number 1 and number 2, and we will learn the new concepts of compound words, inflectional ending, prefix and suffix. To understand better the concept of compound word, I have chosen a video for you. Okay, this video is easily available on YouTube. You can watch it. If you type the word compound words, you can see this video on your uh, screens. Okay, it is available there. It has a very good concept of compound words. It is explained very effectively. I will play this video for you to give you a general concept of compound words. I will not play the whole video. I will just play uh, a part where you can understand what is the concept of compound words, and then I'll stop it. If you want to watch it completely, you can visit YouTube and watch it yourself. Okay.
Introducing compound words at Grammar Songs by Melissa. You have learned about many parts of speech in the English language and how they work together when you read, speak, or write. You have also learned that contractions are words used in the English language. 2 words are shortened to make 1 word, and a special mark called an apostrophe stands in place of the missing letter or letters. So what is a compound word? More importantly, how can understanding compound words make me a better reader? Let's get started. A compound word is a combination of 2 or more words that function as a single unit of meaning. Huh? What? Let me show you. Take the word mailbox, for example. It's a compound word made up of 2 nouns put together, mail and box. The 2 words go together to form a new word with a different meaning, mailbox. But unlike a contraction, none of the letters are left out and replaced by an apostrophe. The compound word mailbox contains all the letters from the word mail and all the letters from the word box. So a compound word is like 2 words glued together. Yes, 2 nouns. Well, compound words can be made up of 2 nouns, but they can also contain words from other parts of speech as well. Many compound words are made up of combined nouns. For example, star and fish make the compound word starfish, and cup and cake make the compound word cupcake. But compound words can be made up of combinations of other parts of speech. The verb play can be combined with the noun ground to form the compound word playground. And the adjective hot can be combined with the noun dog to make the compound word hot dog. Oh, okay. The important thing about compound words is that once the two words are glued together, their combination creates a whole new meaning. Take hot dog, for example. Something that is hot can be spicy or quite warm in temperature. And a dog is an animal that we prize and love as a pet. But putting the two words together makes a food we eat. This could be quite confusing for people learning to speak English. I love hot dogs, but I never thought about that. The other important thing about compound words is to recognize them when you read. The butterfly flew to the sunflower. Since two words are glued together, compound words appear longer than many other words. Don't let compound words intimidate or scare you when you are reading. Look for the smaller words inside the big word to make reading easier, like butter and fly, or sun and flower. Exactly. Let's read a short story together and look for compound words. We're ready. Let's do.
Now, this video you can watch by yourself from YouTube if you want to learn how we use compound words in a paragraph or in a much literally meaning. We can use them in different places. Okay, so use of, if you want to learn use of compound words, you can watch this video from YouTube. Now, we have learned that they are compound words and they are joined together, glued together to make one word. But there are three major types of compound words. Do you know them? Sometimes there are compound words in front of us, but we cannot recognize them. Not always the compound words are written together. Sometimes they are open, two words written together. They are compound words, but they are not joined together. Sometimes they are hyphenated. They have a hyphen in between them. They can be three with a hyphen, two with hyphen, and still they are compound words. So now we are going to learn the types of compound words. Do not get confused because you see that there are two words written and they are separate. So you say that this is not a compound word because it is not joining or glued together. No, there are certain compound words which are called open compound words. They are written separately, but still they are compound words, like ice cream. Ice cream is, in the speaking, we say ice cream. But when we write ice cream, we write ice differently and cream different. There's a gap between these two. Okay, just like classwork. Classwork, normally we use classwork in the class, but classwork is separate. Like class and work are written separately and there are no joining in between them. Then there are closed compound words, which we were discussing in the compound word video. Mostly we use like butterfly. Butterfly has no place in between them. Butter and fly is written together. Just like that, pancake. Pancake is written together. Pan and cake are two separate words, but they are glued together. So these are called closed compound words. When there is no gap in between them, they are called closed compound words. Then we have hyphenated, means two words are joined together with a hyphen. Hyphen, a small dash, if you can see, in between long and term. So long term is joined together with a hyphen. So it is long term. The long term word is a compound word, but it has a hyphen in it. Just like that, brother-in-law. We speak like brother-in-law, but the brother-in-law has hyphens in it. And these are three words to join together to make a compound. So there are three major types. Now we know that compound words are the words which are glued together to make it one. Two words, when they are glued together, they form a compound word. Compound words has three major types. One that is open, the other one is closed, and the third one is hyphenated. Now, you have to find compound words from your chapter. Okay, that was your task in your comprehension, that you have to find the compound words from the chapter elephant. So I have found them for you, and we will combine them to make compound words. Like new will combine with born to make it newborn. Kilo will combine with gram to make it kilogram. Some will combine with thing to make it something. Human will combine with being to make it human being. Large is combined with scale to make it large scale. Now, if you see, newborn, kilogram, and something are closed compound words. They have no space in between them. They are glued together, joined together. But human being is an open compound word in which human and being are written separately. Large scale is a hyphenated compound word because there is a hyphen between large and scale. So now you know that there can be three types of compound words. Compound words are basically the words which are joined together to make a single word. Okay, and there are three types of compound words: open, closed, and hyphenated. And we have solved the first question of our comprehension, that was find out the 5 compound words from your lesson. Now we have question number 2. Note down 3 words each in the text with inflectional ending, prefixes, and suffix. Don't worry about that. I will explain you what are these 3 things first, and then we will solve our question. So, what is affix? Affix is a group of letters added to the root of the word to change its meaning. Group of letters like UN, I am, these type of words, fy, ry, these are the words which are added to the word to change its meaning. For example, un is added with important to become unimportant. Ing is added to sleep to become sleeping, the continuous form of verb. Dis is added to regard to become the negative meaning, disregard. There are 2 types of affix. One is called prefix. An affix added to the beginning of the word is called prefix. When you are adding the words in the beginning of a letter, start of a letter, start of a word, when you are adding the group of word, a group of letters, start of a word, like in added to significant in the beginning, in the start, it becomes insignificant. Un is added to happy to become unhappy. Dis is added to respect, it becomes disrespect. Now, if you see significant, insignificant, it is the opposite meaning: happy, unhappy, respect, disrespect. So they are changing the meaning of it. They are changing the meaning of it. Then an affix added to the end of the word is called suffix. When you add the group of letters at the end of a word, it is called suffix. For example, answer is added with able, answer and able joined together to make answerable. Ry is added to bravery at the end to the brave, so it becomes bravery. Full, ful is added to care, it becomes careful. So this is the combination of suffix and prefix that you can see. Now you know that prefix is the group of letters that are added before a word to change its meaning, and suffix are the group of letters that are added to the end of a word to change its meaning. Now, what is inflectional ending? Inflectional ending is a group of letters added to the end of a word to change its meaning. Now you will say that inflectional ending is the same as suffix. So what is the difference? You are right. Inflectional ending is a part of suffix, but it is not suffix. Okay, suffix has, as we've discussed before, suffix has able word, uh, ry word, ful word. Okay, but inflectional endings are always s, es, ed, and ing. What is the difference between inflectional ending and suffix we will discuss later. First, I want to show you how we can say that inflectional ending is actually different from suffix. See, S, bat is a word. When you add S with it, it becomes bats, means plural. ES is a ES is added to mix. Mix is a word. It becomes mixes, plural. ING is added to snow. It becomes snowing. Snow, snow. It's a simple present tense, but when we add ing, it becomes continuous tense. Ed is added to pack, it becomes packed. This is a mistake here. Packed, P-E-C-K-E-D, packed, means it changes the present tense into past tense. So see, remember that inflectional endings are S, E, S, E, D, I, N, G. There are other inflectional endings as well, like if you remember, we make adjectives smaller, smallest, er and est. Er and est are also inflectional endings, but we are not discussing them right now. We are only discussing S, E, S, E, D, and I, N, G. Now see, what is the difference between suffix and the inflectional ending? Suffix are changed, and suffix are also added at the end of the word, and inflectional ending are also added at the end of the word. So what is the difference? Inflectional endings are the kind of suffixes. They are basically the kind of suffixes that add grammatical meaning to the form they are added to, but do not change the grammatical category. Means suffix changes the grammatical category. Like care becomes careful. Care is adjective. When you add careful, it is also, it's sometimes it changes to noun. Adjective changes to noun. Adjective change, verb changes to noun just because of suffixes. But here we are looking at it that grammatical category is not changed. Here grammatical meaning is changed. Look, when added onto a word, s and es to make words plural. When we add s or es to a word, it becomes plural. Similarly, we put s and es in the third person singular in present, simple present form. So it also changes the verb form. When added onto a word, d, ed, and ing, it changes the tense of the verb. So see, grammatical meaning, it changes the grammatical meaning of a word. Like makes a noun more than, as makes a noun more than one. Like books, book becomes books. Es makes a noun more than one, like mango becomes mangoes. Ing means an action is happening now, like drink and then drinking. Ed means an action happened in the past, like play and played. Now you have to remember only this. S, Es, ing, ed are inflectional ending. Rest of all the group of letters are suffixes. S, Es, ing, and ed. S, Es, ing, and ed are the inflectional endings. When you find them with any word, especially verbs or nouns, remember that they are inflectional endings. And rest of the others are suffixes. Now see, you have a question. Note down 3 words each in the text with inflectional ending, prefix and suffix. So we are going to find out them from the book. I have already collected them for you. Inflectional ending: attracted, noticed, fascinated. They were present in your book. These 3 words were present in your book. I collected them for you. Attracted with ed, noticed with ed, and fascinated with ed. Then prefix: submerge, endangered, illegal. Il added to legal, en to dangered, and sub to merge. Submerge, endangered, illegal. Then I have chosen suffix: powerful. It was also in your book. Noticeable and wonderful. So this is the second question of your comprehension, and I've already done it for you. Now what you have to do is question number 1, the compound words one, and this one. Both you have to pause the video and write it them down in your notebook, because this is also a comprehension you have to do in your notebooks. So whenever you see the whenever you reach to this point of the video, just you have to pause it, write it down in your notebook, and then play it again. Now we are going to do question number 3. How much does a baby elephant weigh? Okay. So the answer of all last two questions are written here. How much does a baby elephant weigh? A baby elephant weighs up to 90 kilograms at the time of birth. The second question is, how do elephants swim? We know that elephants swim completely submerged with their heads above the water and use their four legs to paddle. So these are the last two questions of the comprehension which were there. I have written the answers of these as well. You just have to pause the video here, then write them down and then play it again. So remember that the all four questions of the comprehension are answered in this video. First one was the compound words. Second one was the inflectional ending, suffix and prefix one. Third is how much does a baby elephant weigh, and fourth one is how do elephants swim. So I have answered almost all the questions. Now your classwork is do comprehension in your notebook. You have to follow the same rule. Watch, pause, write, and play. Watch, pause, write, and play. This is the way you have to write your answers. Your homework is revise and learn the concept compound words, inflectional ending, suffix and prefix. The definitions are there, just you have to pause them, see the definitions, learn them and then play. And even if you watch the video of compound words, you can learn what is a compound word. Inflectional ending is very easy. Only four letters you have to keep in your mind. Only four things: S, E, S, ing and ed. These are the inflectional endings. The rest of all the prefix and suffixes, words coming before the words, words coming after the words, they are all suffix and prefix. I hope you understood the lesson clearly, and I know that you will do your work properly. Do write in your notebooks. Do not mess it up. Write neatly, neat and clean. And remember that you have to follow the instructions. You have to follow the format, how to write a date, topic, unit name, everything. Okay. So thank you so much, class. I hope you've enjoyed the lesson. We will meet next time. Till then, Allah Hafiz.